All right, welcome to chapter 8 of Matthew and our reading plan. In this chapter, from beginning to end, you see the power and the authority of Jesus. And you see that Jesus, it cannot be just a mere man. He is a man, but he's also God because there's no other explanation for what he is able to do in this chapter. So he heals a man with leprosy. He heals the centurion's servant just by saying a word. Then he healed Peter's mother-in-law, and he healed all the people that were brought to him that were sick. He heals or he calms the winds and the waves just by rebuking them, just by saying, hey, be still. And nature obeys his command. Then Jesus cast out these demons of this man. And I just want to step back and look at all of those things that Jesus has authority over. He has authority over sickness. He has authority over diseases. He has authority over the wind and the waves or nature. He has authority over the spiritual realm and demons. So, is there anything else to be afraid of? No. Jesus has authority and power over all of these things. He's God. That's the only thing that makes sense. But then at the very end of chapter 8, after Jesus cast out the demons, the people of the town beg him to leave. And I just want you to remember a few chapters back that there's no middle way. Either you fall down and worship him and follow him with everything that you have, or you push him away and you reject him, which is what the people of the town did. Because when they saw Jesus' authority, it scared them. Because they knew that if he was who he says he was, then they would have to give up everything and follow him. And they weren't willing to do that. So they kicked him out and they pushed him away. And in the middle of all of these stories about Jesus having power, you read this in verse 18. When Jesus saw the large crowd around him, he gave the order to go to the other side of the sea. A scribe approached him and said, "Teacher, I will follow you wherever you go." Jesus told him, "Foxes have dens and birds of the sky have nests, but the Son of Man has no place to lay his head." Meaning, you want to follow me because of all of these cool things that I'm doing. And maybe I might give you some cool things. Because if I have a power over everything, maybe I can just make your wallet get a little bit bigger, or your bank account get a little bit bigger. Or maybe I can give you food anytime I'm hungry, just because I just snap my fingers and make a fish become a whole meal. And that's why the people wanted to follow him, because Jesus has power, so therefore maybe he can give me things. But Jesus is saying, I don't even have a home to lay my head. I don't have these luxuries, and I'm not going to give you these luxuries that you desire. So don't follow me for that. And so again, Jesus is saying, listen, even if I don't even have a bed to stay in, if you see the authority and the power that I have, that shouldn't matter. You should follow me to the ends of the earth, even if it means going to your death. Well, why? Because Jesus is God, and he is the only way to salvation. So the man said this, "Lord," another of his disciples said, "first let me go bury my father." But Jesus told him, "Follow me and let the dead bury their own dead." Now, he's not saying that you shouldn't do funerals. But what he is saying is this. You don't have to, you cannot just follow me on your own. You can't make the rules up in how you relate to me. This is how you relate to me. It's either an all or nothing kind of thing. If you want to follow me, then your ultimate allegiance should be to Jesus and nothing else. It's even more important than your family connections. The most important thing is to follow Christ. So see, there you have that all or nothing kind of thing. So either reject him and treat him like a fool, or bow down and worship him and give up your desire for whatever it is on this earth, because Jesus is more. And he demonstrates it. He gives you evidence for it by showing that he has authority and power over everything on this earth and even beyond. So, read the chapter, see who Jesus is, and try to figure out where you are. And I challenge you to worship and to bow down and to follow him with every single ounce of your being. I promise you, you will never regret it.